Lately, I've been feeling down, like I'm out of ideas. I don't want to do the things that I like to do, the things that I'm good at. This was supposed to be a chance for me to make something I could be proud of, but I don't even want to do that now. So instead, I want to figure out why people get stuck and why they start to hate the things they're supposed to love. Everyone cares about something, but what I really want to find out is why we stop caring about things that we love, whether it be a hobby, a friend, or a dream. I need to find passionate people and figure out why they do what they do. Maybe then I'll understand.
Do you want to reiterate just quickly like what you do if you're cool like talking about it?
Yeah. I'm a creative director and project manager for AGP Management. We basically do DDoS mitigation. We manage projects both on and off of Minecraft. So we do a bit of work for Steam games, for example, that have been published on to Steam. We also do work on Minecraft, of course. I run my own company called Leviathus. And on Leviathus, we do 3D rendering and that type of thing.
I feel like what's most important is that you're happy doing what you're doing. If you can find a way to make money while doing something that you love doing, that's the end goal.
What do you have passion for?
I have passion for making videos. That's making videos, playing music, and more towards the art side than athletic.
When you complete a project, do you actually get the chance to enjoy it, or do you think that all the time you spent working on it?
It depends on the time of my life. When I was younger, with projects, they were always stacked up, so I never got the time to enjoy it. I always found the enjoyment in actually pushing out the update and seeing the players enjoy it themselves. I never enjoyed it on my own. It was always bug testing, pushing out new updates, that type of thing.
Like, I know that for what I want to do, yeah, I'm giving up my 20s, right? Like, I already know I'm making that sacrifice anyways, but at the end of the day, it's what I want to do, like, later in life, especially when you want to do something, like, as competitive as like medicine or like law or stuff like that. People like especially me, like when I start to get into something, I get like really into it. Like I love what I'm doing. And then at one point you kind of plateau and you're like, okay, now I'm just doing it to do it. I want to get it done. I want to just get the results already. And by the time you finish that plateauing to getting the results, it's just like...
Okay, so this is the idea I came up with, and it's called the creative loop. And let me show you, hold on. Basically, everyone starts here, and they're searching for something they want to do, and it could be a sport or an instrument or whatever. When you find something that you really love to do, you get motivated to do it. And you might do it every day for years even. And you keep loving it and loving it and loving it, you keep doing it. And for whatever reason, one day, you stop.
If you're drawing the same picture the same way over and over and over again, you're not gonna like doing that. Someone who's a thrill seeker will eventually get bored of doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, because what used to be something really enjoying for them is not. It doesn't have the same effect. So they have to amp it up, right?
It's like you. Okay, let me put this in an analogy. You climb this fence to get home every day, right? And then one day you just can't reach the top. You just sit there not knowing what to do. And what I feel like it is someone else comes along and helps you, like pushes you over the fence basically to get you going again. And it motivates you more when you get help from others for ideas you're trying to get through.
Here's a better question. Do you ever get bored?
All the time. One of the things in life I want to be able to find is something that can constantly entertain myself. It's hard for me to find something that constantly entertains myself.
It's a lot different than something like doing painting or like writing music. So do you consider it a passion, or do you think it's just
No, my field work is definitely a passion because I get to work with people. One of the reasons why I quit it, other than Vicky, was because at that point I was put under a contractor's contract. I wasn't allowed to work with the old people I worked with. I lost all the colleagues I did work with, and I was being moved from network to network doing small projects for each one. So even when I was making money, I wasn't working with the same people, And even when I was working with people, it was just telling them what to do. We never actually got onto a more than colleague basis relationship.
There's a time where we're camped out and we essentially all got snaked, and we were there for 17 hours, and then at the end no one went home with shoes.
Yeah.
So that's something where, to me, there was absolutely no progression, and I just wasted all my time doing something. So that did have an impact on how I approached my hobby. I stopped camping out for shoes, right? I stopped camping out for really big releases because I was afraid of that happening again. So I feel like the bottom line is, you're gonna stop liking something and you're gonna stop doing something when, through your experiences, they say like the harder you try to fall asleep, the harder it is that you're gonna fall asleep. And until you kind of like let go and relax is when you're gonna actually fall asleep. So it's not always the case that you're gonna, the harder you try, the easier it is to get to your goal. And there's people need breaks, right? And it's the same thing with the progression. If you don't see some sort of progression, sometimes it's best to take a break, just relax, and then come back to it later on. At the same time, with the creative process, they don't want to just constantly be in the same state where they're just trying to get out all these creative ideas, because they gotta like do it in little sequences. They gotta take a break, they gotta come back to it, and then they gotta start again.
At the end of this, I was hoping to find an answer. How do I escape the creative loop? Why can't I just like something and never get tired of it? Well, people don't work that way. We need to find ways to be constantly entertained. And for a little while, I was sick of making videos. I hated it even. So take my advice. If you love to do something, if you really love to do it, and you start to lose motivation, whether you need to take a break or need a little help up or just need to shake things up a bit, whatever you do, don't stop doing it, because the difference between a hobby and a passion is your determination to never stop. And I never will.